MP to all cars. Armed robbery on security vehicle
Juliet,
now.
4 to MP.
4 men.
Off watch.
Zulu 1 to MP. Disturbance in High Street. Gang of youths
MP
fighting
to
with
Golf
knives.
1-1.
Request assistance, over.
Suspects on premises.
Now we have to bring Kemp in.
Quietly and without any fuss. It must have seemed easy at first. Never thought she'd be found.
All he had to do was tell the truth. That he came home one day and his wife was missing.
Then do all the right things, like phone her friends, call at the hospital.
Then report it. Do you think with that key, he hoped it would be done like a burglary and not the way it was?
If you hire someone to kill your wife, it has to be done his way. That never occurs to them, of course. It's always a nice, clean job when they're thinking about it, but the reality's a bit different. What was it the report said about how long before she was moved?
6 or 7 hours.
Murdered. Lying in Kemp's house until night, then taken in the dark and dumped in that lousy cellar.
I wonder if he ever thought about his son, Michael.
Too busy thinking about himself. That's usually the way. And then when it's done, he wakes up and finds the real world is still there.
Dave?
Yeah.
Are we so sure about this?
Look, Max, that key associates him with Hallett. It's the key of his house. It was found in Hallett's car. The man he was seen talking to that morning when he swears he was nowhere near London.
Yes, he lied about that. He had us fooled all along.
Not anymore. It's time Mr. Kemp told the whole story. Jim? Anything happened?
No, I've seen him twice at the window. Otherwise, no activity.
All right. Let's have a talk to him. Are you sure he's still in?
Well, certain. From where I was, I could see the front and back. And his car's in the garage.
He's taking his time. Max, you stay here. I'll have a look at the back door. Jim, come on.
Right. You got a key for it?
I'm full of surprises. Right, in we go. Mr. Kemp? Are you in, Mr. Kemp? I told you to watch the place.
I did watch the place. He hasn't gone out.
Are you in, Mr. Kemp?
There's a note here, Sarge. It says for Sergeant Brook.
Oh, let's see it. Let Max in and follow me upstairs.
Yes, Sarge.
He's up here. Tried to do away with himself. What do you think, Jim?
He's in a coma. Breathing, though. Here, Max, give us that pillow. Let's make him comfortable. There.
Ambulance, please. This is Detective Sergeant Brook. Emergency. Ambulance to number 9, Bellwood Terrace, Bellwood Estate. Thank you. How is he?
Still just about with us.
Max, get downstairs. Be ready for the ambulance.
Right.
There's some pills on the floor.
Yeah, but he took most of the bottle.
Trying to make sure of it.
Yeah, he nearly did.
Which way? Upstairs, bedroom on the right. An overdose of drugs. The bottle's there. Right. Does Jim need any help?
No, just stay here.
What are the chances?
Oh, he'll be all right. Looks like he was busy before he did it. Left a note for his sister, asking her to look after the boy. Where is he?
He'll be at school.
We'll see that the sister collects him.
Yeah.
Oh, and a note for you saying he's sorry for all this trouble. And a note for me answering some questions.
Nothing else?
Should there be?
It's worth a look around. I'm thinking about what his sister-in-law told me. Those phone calls from his firm when his wife thought he was away on business.
Yeah, well, a bit on the side.
Yeah, she's sure of it. It could be a reason.
All right. You take that side of the room. I'll take this side. Every cupboard, every drawer.
Right.
How long had the affair been going on?
According to the sister-in-law, quite some time. There's nothing over here. Looks like we've drawn a blank.
Nothing here so far either. Hey, wait a minute. What's this? Some letters hidden at the back. And a photo. You got careless. A girl. Not bad looking. What age would you say?
25, 26.
And the letter, dated only a week ago, from Alton.
Where he disappeared to for 3 days.
It begins, my dearest love, and it ends, I'll love you forever.
So that was it. But why?
You remember what Tessa Mitchell overheard him say? I've been married to her for 8 years and I've had more than enough.
But looking at this photo, Dave, he didn't have to have his wife killed for her.
Well, who knows? He wanted a fresh start. Isn't exactly unusual among married men, or married women for that matter, to dream about starting all over again with a clean sheet and everything's going to be perfect the second time round.
When he found he had failed, he couldn't face it. Took the pills.
There they come. He's going to be surprised when he wakes up.
He's in hospital now?
Yes, Mr. Roach. And they know what pills he took. We were just in time.
Oh, let's hope you were. There was something about him leaving notes.
Yes, sir. This one to his sister, asking her to look after the boy. We've asked her to collect him from school and take him to the hospital. A note to Max saying he was sorry about all the trouble. And in his writing desk, we found these, sir. A letter from his girlfriend, his mistress, really, by the tone of it.
Well, let's have it.
From the date of the letter, they've been in touch since his wife was killed. And she lives in Alton, where he went as a salesman.
I'll love you forever. Angela, is it?
Yes, Angela. Oh, and there was a photograph folded inside the letter.
Yeah, well, I'll take them. We'll get Hampshire CID to see her. Anything else?
Some answers to questions I'd asked. He must have been sure he was going to die because he tells us what happened. He said he paid the man, Hallett, to do the killing and...
Yeah, well, let's hear it from Kemp himself. Be at the bedside when he recovers.
Yes, sir.
What did Mr. Roach say?
You keep in touch with the hospital?
We have a PC there. He'll let us know as soon as we can talk to him.
Right. Is there anything else that needs looking at?
Oh, there's a few notes on the file. Mr. Carson still wants to know about his lead. And a note here from Jim Harrison about someone called Milton T. Charles.
Yeah, they're both connected. I'll deal with them later.
Oh, then that's the lot.
Right, fine. Would you like to do your good deed for the day?
Like what?
Like helping me move a few things.
To Judy's?
Ah, you're bright this morning. It'll take us about half an hour, and all we need is a car. Get it done before it's time to see Mr. Kemp.
All right, let's go.
Well, that's the last of the suitcases, and Max has just got to bring in my books.
Where shall I put them, Judy?
Over there in the corner for now.
Right. They're heavy enough. There's one more box full to come.
Dave, I didn't realise you had so many books.
And I've read them all, too.
You could start a public library. There, that's the lot.
I think we'll both have to move out to make room for them.
Don't worry, Judy, I'll flog them to Max. All set for the party?
I've still got some shopping to do, 1 or 2 bits and pieces to buy. Don't forget you've got to order the drink.
I'll sort it out later. Oh, yeah, before I forget, I must phone Sam Kelly, see if he can come tomorrow.
Well, help yourself.
Right.
Max, could you help me carry the suitcases through to the bedroom?
Right.
I want Detective Sergeant Kelly. This is Sergeant Brook.
Kelly here. That you, Dave?
Yeah, listen, Sam, we're throwing a party on Sunday at Judy's flat. Some of the lads from CID and their wives and girlfriends. Are you free?
I'll make sure I am. How's Judy?
Oh, she's fine. I can tell her you'll come.
Yeah, and Dave, coincidence, I was about to phone you. I've some news for you. Is there somewhere we can meet?
Yeah, what, today?
Yeah, today.
We'll call at the factory. I'll find a minute. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, Sam's okay for tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Sorry I can't stay, but I've got to get back to the office.
Oh, well, don't forget the drink.
Right. Anything from the hospital?
I've phoned twice. There's no news yet. Where's Max?
He's on his way up. What's this you're on?
A job for Mr. Roach.
Oh.
2 cases coming up next week. Everyone wanting everything. Bail, legal aid, the lot.
Yeah. Getting on with Mr. Roach?
I don't know, but he's given me all this to do. Seeing if I can handle all his paperwork. Oh, Dave,
Yeah.
you should be paying a visit to our friend Milton T. Charles.
With all these damn great dogs?
Have a look. More complaints from the folk in Endley Street.
Yeah. Well, what do we know about Mr. Charles? We know he's making the houses uninhabitable by stripping them of lead and electric wiring.
Yeah, then buying them up for resale when the tenants move out.
Only thing is, we can't prove it.
Right, but I know who's been buying the lead and the wiring.
Who?
Your friend the scrap dealer, Carson.
No kidding.
And we think a couple of Milton Charles's young villains have got greedy and stolen back the scrap they flogged to Carson in the first place.
You mean Carson bought the bent lead and then someone nicked it back from him?
That's the story.
It has possibilities, doesn't it? If Carson knew that, it would make him mad. And he might give us a few names and help us get at Milton T. Charles.
You think?
Well, let's try it. Come on.
How about the hospital?
Leave a note for Max. Mr. Carson? Are you there? Mr. Carson?
It's Sergeant Brook.
That's right.
You got news for me?
Yeah.
About time, too. Come in. How long has it been?
Doesn't matter how long it's been. We have results.
Well, that's a change. Who's your friend?
Detective Constable Harrison. He knows who nicked your lead.
Who then?
First, we'd like to know who you bought it from.
Why do you want to know that?
We're waiting.
Bought from different people, didn't I? I am a dealer.
Well, then I've news for you. Some of those different people flogged you stuff that wasn't theirs to flog.
Not true, Mr. Brook. Not in any way true. I don't buy bent gear.
You have your licence to consider.
Yeah.
And we all know how honest and law-abiding the trade is. All I'm saying, Mr. Carson, is that sometimes they don't show you the original receipts.
I'm listening.
Well, like some of those villains who work Endley Street and around there. They bring you scrap lead and tell you it's on the square. So you give them a square price.
One thing wrong, Mr. Brook.
What's that, Mr. Carson?
The stuff from Endley Street couldn't be bent. It came from the owner of the gear.
Milton T. Charles?
Who owns all them houses.
Wrong, Mr. Carson. Who buys up all those houses. Cheaply. After they've been stripped. The scrap is then sold to you by the villains who stripped the houses for him. And when they know you have a good load in your yard, they come and nick it back.
They did that to me.
Yeah, they did that to you. Made a right Milton T. Charlie of you, didn't they? Can I have their names?
He'd kill me.
No, he won't. He probably doesn't even know. It's a couple of his young villains who got greedy.
I'm saying nothing.
DC Harrison?
Yes, Sergeant.
Mr. Carson's licence requires him to keep proper books. You will examine his books, and if he hasn't written the names and addresses of the sellers against each purchase, you will
Now, wait a minute, Sergeant.
Yes, Mr. Carson. Something you want to say?
Yeah. It was a right liberty, I'll admit. Never could stand him anyway, cheeky little sods. All right. I'll give you a couple of names.
Give them to DC Harrison. He's the one who'll get it back for you.
There's a fat chance of that. Still, it has to be stopped, doesn't it? All this thieving.
Well, there you are, Jim. We got a couple of names, and with any luck through them, we'll get at Milton Charles and put a stop to his property stripping in Endley Street. Any news from Mr. Roach about the sergeant vacancy?
Nah, I reckon it'll go to Max.
Why?
Well, he likes Max's style. With me, all he has to say is do it. He knows it'll be done his way.
By the book.
Yeah, but with Max...
Well, you've been a DC twice as long as Max. And chief inspectors need a good solid sergeant at their elbow. Yeah, but I'll tell you something. Even if Max doesn't make sergeant this time, he's going to beat us all in the end. He'll end up as commander. He's got the ability. Be nice to him while he's still a constable.
Yeah. Be nice to say I knew a commander. I mean, to have been on a few benders with him when he was only a DC.
Well, you can go on a bender with him on Sunday night. Don't forget it's the party.
Well, I won't. I'm looking forward to it.
Dave,
Yeah?
Mr. Roach has just come back from the hospital.
Bad news?
Yes. You'd better see him.
Come in.
What happened, sir?
Kemp died half an hour ago. He didn't recover.
I'm sorry.
Right, leave this with an inquest. In fact, 2 inquests. I want all the papers on the case and the notes he left.
Yes, sir.
The murder of Mrs. Kemp. Do we have enough to charge this man Hallett? There's a record at the yard, isn't there?
Yes, sir. He's recently back from the States. He has a record there, too. A professional killer. He'll get rid of anyone if you'll pay him enough.
£3,000, wasn't it? The price of her life?
The price of her death, sir.
Yeah. So we have enough to charge him on?
Yes, sir. There's the note Kemp left. There's the evidence of Kemp's house key in Hallett's car. He was seen going into the cellar. And there's Tessa Mitchell, who overheard them talking, and she pointed him out to me.
You can now get a statement from her?
Yes, sir. Now. Do we go after Hallett?
You think he'll still be on our patch? After all that's happened?
No, sir.
So we pass it on to the yard. You've got enough to make it stick. Let them find him. And now that's over, you'll be losing one of your DCs.
Who, sir?
Harrison.
He gets promotion.
Yes.
He'll make a good sergeant. When, sir?
Monday be all right?
Yes, sir. What do I tell Max?
Leave that to me. I'll tell him.
Thank you, sir.
What did he say?
He wants all the papers in the case. Your file on the missing woman, interview, statements, the lot. You better get them together.
I think it was for the best, don't you? that he didn't have to face a trial. Best for the boy.
Maybe.
Am I interrupting something?
Oh, hello, Sam. No, you're not interrupting.
Look, I've just come from a wake.
In a way, yeah, we just have.
I'd better buy you a drink.
Yeah, good idea. OK, Max, get this stuff sorted out and into Mr. Roach. I'll be in the Raven. Police business. Put it in the duty book.
Here we are. 2 pints.
Thanks.
How's it going?
Yeah, just cleared up a case. That woman who was found dead in the cellar on our patch. We've done the work. Now we're letting the Yard take the credit. As usual. Cheers.
There's one you haven't cleared yet.
Oh?
The drugs case.
Oh, I thought that one was finished. When the heavies caught up with Clark and dumped him in the river.
That lad in the river wasn't Clark. I knew it at the time.
Oh? Who was it?
A local lad. A dock worker. Accidental drowning. But he fitted the bill, didn't he? Same age, same height. I never trusted Clark's girlfriend. Not from the time she came to you and offered to help us.
So you asked her to identify the body?
Yeah, see how she would react. She said it was Clark. Like hell. She was trying to get the heavies off his back. Trying to get me off his back as well. And she nearly got away with it.
Do you know where he is?
No, but we now know where she is. And we've been tailing her. Trouble is, they never meet. If they do, we never see it. He's clearly got a market for the heroin. She always has plenty of money, spending like there was no end to it.
And what do you want me to do?
I want to find him. I want her panicked and sent running to him. And I want to get them together with what's left of the heroin. And with the money. The lot.
And do you think I can do that?
No one better.
What's on your mind?
Well, it's been a long drag, Dave, and so far they haven't put a foot wrong. But now that she's spending, she's becoming careless. And she could be panicked.
And do you think I could do it?
It was you she came to first and thought she had you twisted round her little finger.
Thanks a lot.
So she might not be surprised if she happened to see you. I have an address for her. Here it is.
Yeah. Well, she's moved up in the world. Chelsea. It used to be Diggs by Kennington Oval. Now it's the King's Road.
And she shops at all the best places. Clark does the work and she has the fun. And any day now...
If you don't move fast.
Yeah.
It's best if I just happen to bump into her. In the street.
Yeah, why not give it a try?
What do I say to her?
Just enough to get her worried. I'm sure you'll think of something.
Miss Lewis?
Yes?
It is Miss Lewis.
Yes?
I thought it was you. Remember me? Sergeant Brook.
Of course I remember you, Mr. Brook. Were you looking for me?
No, I just happened to spot you. How are you?
Fine.
Can I give you a lift?
No, thank you.
I have something to tell you.
So you were looking for me?
No, I just happened to see you and I remembered that I'd heard something that will please you.
Tell me now.
It'll be quieter in the car. Get in.
All right. And now, Mr. Brook, what is it you want to tell me?
Do you remember the last time we met?
Yes.
It wasn't a very pleasant meeting.
It was in a mortuary and I was there to identify a friend.
It's possible we were wrong.
Why do you say that?
Clark has been seen. I thought you'd be pleased.
If it was true, Mr. Brook, of course I'd be pleased. But it can't be true. It's not possible. Who said they saw him?
Some friends of his, students at the technical college. It was all round the college that he drowned. So when they saw him one night, it was somewhere in Hampstead. They were coming from a party. Saw him on the other side of the street.
They couldn't.
Sergeant Kelly thinks they did. You could go to the college and ask. Or you could wait a few days. Kelly expects to find him. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned it, miss. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Brook. It was kind of you to tell me.
It's what friends are for.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd better be going.
Yes, of course. Well, did she believe it?
We're sure she did. She spent the rest of the day shopping, buying holiday clothes and things for going away. All very expensive and nothing but the best. And this morning she booked 2 airfares.
Herself and Clark.
Clark's supposed to be dead, remember? For herself and a fictitious brother, James and Anna Lewis. They're going to Athens on a flight tonight. She's still in her flat packing. As soon as she leaves the flat, that phone will ring and we'll be on her trail.
To Clark?
Yeah. But all we can do now is wait.
You wanted me, sir?
Ah, Maxton, come in. Close the door. Sit down. Some time ago, I talked to you about Tommy Miller and the vacancy for a sergeant.
Yes, sir.
I now have to tell you that the promotion is going to DC Harrison. Are you disappointed?
A little, sir. But I think it's the right decision. DC Harrison has more experience than I have.
Well, I'm glad you said that, lad. I can now tell you that it was the commander's decision about Harrison. He made it because he has something much better in line for you. In view of your exam results, he is recommending you for Bramshill.
The staff college, sir?
Yeah, the special course. It's hard work, but you know what it can lead to. Some very rapid promotion.
Yes, sir.
It's worth waiting for. It's the best of all worlds. Meantime, Sergeant Brook wants you to join him. You know where he is? Okay. Oh, Max.
Yes, sir?
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Everything ready, Anna?
Yes, the cases are packed. Oh, we must hurry. I'm sure the police are onto us. Look, here are the air tickets and passports. Do you want them?
No, Anna, you keep them. I'll make my own way.
James, why?
Don't worry, Anna. Nothing's changed. Listen to me. They've found you, which means they've been watching you. If they've been watching you for so long, it means they don't want you, they want me. Isn't that right?
You were seen, James.
Perhaps, or perhaps it was a bluff. So I want you to stay here.
You can't leave me now.
Only for a short time, Anna. We'll still meet in Greece. I'll make my own way. You follow later. You trust me.
I told you I was being followed.
Don't worry. Take your time and let them in. You haven't seen me. Bye, Anna.
James, please.
Trust me.
Good evening, Miss Lewis. Can we come in?
No.
Sorry, miss, we are coming in.
What right of you to break in here?
Come on, Max, upstairs.
Every right, miss. We have a warrant. Where's Clark?
I've already told you. Clark is dead.
Dave,
Yes, Max?
there's no sign of him.
Are you sure?
Certain.
All right, miss. Let's have a look in your cases. The keys, please.
Here.
2 suitcases. Packed for a journey. You don't wear men's clothes, miss. So where is he?
That case belongs to my brother. You can see our flight reservations if you wish. Here they are.
And where is your brother?
I'm meeting him here. Would you care to wait?
Dave,
Yes, Sam?
we've got him.
Bring him down. That was Sergeant Kelly. He'd like to see you.
Meet Mr. Clark, Miss Lewis. Thought you told us he was dead. Looks alive enough to me, and was just about to leap into the garden. He had this with him, the rest of the heroin.
And the money?
He was all set for a getaway with 3 bank books. French, Swiss and Greek.
How much?
Oh, about £225,000, waiting to be collected.
But the dream won't come true, will it, Clark?
You were lucky.
That's right. Another couple of minutes and you'd have been gone, running out on the girl. Is that right, miss? Running out on you?
That's not true. We were going to meet in Greece. Well, he loves me. He wouldn't do that, would you, James?
Yes.
Bastard!
All right, that's enough. Take him out.
All right, come on.
Well, that's it, Dave. Back to the yard.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
Great party, Dave.
You ready for the other half, Sam?
Sure.
Jim,
Yeah.
Mr. Roach,
Just top it up, Dave.
Judy,
Yes, please.
how about a toast to Judy?
It should be to Detective Sergeant Harrison.
Good idea, let's wet his head. Mr. Roach, will you do the honours?
Why? Tonight he's still a DC. Tomorrow he'll be a sergeant.
Right.
So tonight we drink to our hostess, Judy. All right, everyone, bit of quiet. Fill your glasses and gather round. Turn that music down, Harrison.
Right, sir. Oh, that'll be Max. He went off to collect his girl.
I'll get it.
Yeah, all right, everyone, gather up.
No, not yet.
Max, you made it. Congratulations on the special course.
Oh, thanks. Judy, this is Carol.
Carol, how nice to meet you. Hello. Hello. Well, come in, both of you.
Thanks.
Carol?
Max. Hello.
Oh, Max, you're just in time to drink a toast. All right, raise your glasses. And here's to you, Judy. And while we're about it, here's to Dave as well. May your new, how shall I put it, domestic arrangements prove successful. Dave and Judy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Dave and Judy.
Thank you.
Well, thanks very much, Mr. Roach. But before Judy changes her mind and throws me out on the street, would anyone mind if I had a dance with her?
Well, let's hope it's not the last waltz, eh?
Don't forget, everyone, there's plenty of food and drink left. And now, Dave?
Yes, Judy.
How about that dance?
Come on, Turn the music up then. Come on, you dance, Carol.